Have you ever been asked to solve a question like this and someone tells you you cannot do it? I want to tell you that nobody should tell you what you cannot do. In this video lesson, we are going to show you how to add and subtract binary numbers. And take note, this video is for pupils in grade 9 or JSS 3. Now, we are going to show you rules and simple steps you need in order to solve a question like this. That is, question involving addition and subtraction of binary numbers. Are you ready? Now, before we go into solving this question, we are going to look at some of those rules that involve the addition and subtraction of binary numbers. Now, whenever you are doing the addition of binary numbers, how are you supposed to go about adding such numbers? Definitely, they are not going to be like the normal addition you do. Now, if you want to go about solving adding numbers, remember binary numbers are numbers that has to do with zeros and 1. So we have to learn how to add zeros and 1. Now, if we say a 0 plus 0, remember it will always give us what? A 0. That is definite. Now, if we say a 0 plus 1 will be equal to what? 1. So wherever you see 0 plus 1, you should know it will give you a what? A 1. And if we have 1 plus 0, it's still going to give you what? A 1. Take note of that. Now, what if we have 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is going to give you 10. So what you need to do is to write what? You write 0 and carry what? And carry 1. Take note of that. You are going to write 0 and carry 1. Now, if you have 1 plus 1 plus what? 1 is going to give you 11. So what you need to do here is to write what? Is to write 1 and carry what? And carry 1. Finally, when you are asked to add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus another 1, this is going to give you 100. So what you need to do here is to write what? Is to write 0, 0 and carry what? And carry 1. So you see, these rules must be the rules that you must work with as you what? As you go about adding binary numbers. Now, we are now going to look at the subtraction rule, and under that rule, that is exactly what we are going to use to solve questions today. Now, when you are asked to go about doing subtraction, what and what do you need to bear in mind? Now, 0 minus 1 is equal to what? Remember, it is not possible because 0 cannot subtract 1. So what you need to do is to carry 1 from the other part and put it. That 1 will make it what? 10. So that means you will now have what? You will now have 10 minus 1, which will be equal to what? 10 minus 1 will give you what? Will give you 1. Take notes. Most of your teacher will not let you know this, but this is what I'm giving to you. Now take note, whenever you see 0 minus 1, it's not possible. You borrow 1 put, it makes 1, that 1 10, 0 10. 10 minus 1 will now give you what? A 1. Now you can be asked, that is number 1. Number 2, you might have 0 minus 0. Remember, it's always what? 0. Now when you have another one, when you have 1 minus 1, remember it is what? 0. That one is normal. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. And when you have what? 1 minus 0 is equal to what? Is equal to 1. Now take note of all these things, because that is exactly what you'll be using when you start off addition and subtraction of numbers. Now, having come to know these principles and these rules, let's look at how we can solve this question. Nobody should tell you you can't solve a question like this, because we in New Track Mathematics want to make you a super duper mathematicians. Now let's look at how we can solve that question using these rules we have learned. Don't forget these rules. Have them in your fingertips as you go about solving any question under binary operation. Now if you are asked to subtract this, we have 1 1 0 1 1 0. Now we have two methods of solving a question like this. One of the method, I call it the direct method. That is this subtraction we are going to do now. Now the second question is the use of what? The conversions. Now all I need to do is to convert this base 2 to base 10, convert this to base 2 to base 10, and do my subtraction in base 10. Then the result, I'll now convert the result to what? To a number in base 2. That's pretty easy, but it is what? Much longer. Now let's use these rules in solving this question. We are asked to this minus what? Minus this. That means we are writing this and we are taking this away from what? From what? This. So we'll write this under it, which is 1 0 1 1 0 what? 1. We are asked to what? To subtract. Now let's play with these rules. 0 minus 1, you know it's not possible. We'll borrow this one here. This one will make this one 0. We'll put it here, it becomes 10. 10 minus 1 will give us what? 1. Take note. Now this is now 0. 0 minus 0 will give us what? 0. Now 1 minus 1 will give us what? 0. 0 minus 1 is not possible. We'll kill this one, it becomes 0. We'll put it here, it becomes 10. 10 minus 1 will give us what? 1. Now 0 minus 0 will give us what? 0. 1 minus 1 will give us what? 0. So the solution to this question will be what? 1 0 0 what? 1 in base what? Base 2. And that is the method you can use in solving this question. I call it the direct method. Now I want you to try and solve this question using the conversion method. Convert this to base 10, convert this to base 10, and do your subtraction in base 10, then convert your result to base 2 and see if you will not get this result. Now you see how pretty easy it is. Now let's look at another good question. Now in this question we are going to play around with what? With the addition of numbers. Now let's look at how we can play around with addition of numbers. Remember in a question they ask you what is the sum of, if you are asked to find this, what is the sum of 11012, right? 11012, 11101 in base what? In base 2, and the third one is going to be what? 1011 1011 0 what? 1 in base what? In base 2. Now assume you are given this question and you are asked to find the answer to this question and leave your answer in base 2. How do you go about doing it? Now we'll play around with the rules I gave you in what? In addition. Now because these numbers are 3, what we are going to do is we're going to take them 1 2 after the first two. We're going to take the first two, and after the first two we'll now consider the answer between this and this. We'll now add it to what? To this very what? 1. That's what we'll do. So the first addition, we're going to look at 1101 and then add it to what? To, we are going to look at this one. The first one is larger. We're going to see 11101, right? This very one, and then we'll add it to what? 1011. Let's add this. Now using those our rule, if you still remember them, 1 plus 1, remember I said is what? Is 10. You write 0, you carry what? 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 0 is going to give you what? 1. Right? Good. Now let's look at how we'll now add the other one. 1 plus 1 is what? Is 10. You write what? 0, and you carry what? 1. Now 1 plus 1 is 10. Plus 1 will give you 11. You write 1, and you carry what? 1. 1 plus 1 is going to give you 10. You write 0, and you carry what? 1. Nothing is here, so this will be what? 1. Remember, this is in base what? This is in base 2. Are you getting it? Now the next one we are going to do, we're going to add this value to what? This value. So we'll have what? Our 10, 10, 10 plus what? 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, what? 1. When we add these two values, what are we going to arrive at? 0 plus 1 is what? 1. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 10. You write 0, you carry what? 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 0 will give you what? 1. 1 plus 1 is 10. You write 0, you carry 1. 1 with nothing down will give you what? 1. So this your answer will be in base what? In base 2. So you see, when you add all these values, you are going to have 10, 10, 1, 1, 1 in base what? 2. That is the sum of these three numbers in binary operations. Sounds so interesting. Now let us try one last question. What if you are asked to add these two questions? If you are asked to add, 11010 in base 2 plus, right, and you are asked to add it to 1011 in base what? In base 2. So we are giving 11010 in base 2, 1011 in base what? 2. So what you simply need to do is just to what? To arrange, and this will give you 110 1 what? 0, and this will be 110 what? 1. We're asked to what? Simply add them. 0 plus 1 is what? Is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 10. You write 1, you write 0, you carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 will give you what? 1. 1 plus 1 will give you 10. You write 0, you carry what? 1. 1 plus 1 will give you 10. You write 0, you carry what? 1. All these will now give you 10. So your result will be what? This in base what? In base 2. So you see now that solving questions like this can be very, very easy. The addition and subtraction of binary operation. So don't let anybody tell you what you cannot do. Questions like this can be done, and they are very, very easy. In our next video, we're going to show you how you can multiply and divide binary number. Don't miss that video. If you have not subscribed to our channel, I want you to hit the subscribe button now so that you can get subsequent videos as they are being produced. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you watch the next video.